These cliffhangers are almost as good as Lost, which is the best in the business for cliffhangers, by the way. So we left with project types not displaying any info, and that's because I changed it. Now, if we change it back, obviously, if I go back to HTTPS and localhost 5000 and then refresh this browser, I get my project types back. But I was trying to demonstrate we don't have to do HTTPS if we're getting issues, although in the world of web, the preferred way of doing things is to go to HTTPS. But if I didn't want to do it, I could change this to HTTP is what I thought, and then localhost 4000, and then save that, and this link is still taking me to 5000 instead. Well, part of the reason for that is because in my program CS file in the .NET application, I'm using HTTPS redirection. So I can not do that. I can save that, which will reload our API. And then if I do it, it's still going to go to HTTPS. Well, the problem is that, and this is what I was just reading as the last video is rendering, as if you've been to a website using HTTPS, then if you try to go to the non-HTTPS version, it takes you using the HTTPS probably as a security measure. You'd have to ask Wells about that. So I'm going to try now, if I come into this browser using incognito mode and type this in with the HTTP instead, then it should take me, and it doesn't, it goes to the HTTPS. What do I have to do to get back to the HTTP? Now what I'm going to do is clear my browser. So I'll go into let's go into the non-private version and clear all my history, which is very exciting. Clear now, all time. And then the other thing that I was thinking about is we are making a call in our other component. So in the project list, I'm making a call to the HTTP version, so HTTPS version. So if I change that to HTTP and then 4000, I've cleared the browsers, save all, make sure I've saved everything in both projects, save all here, not using HTTPS redirection. And then I'm going to stop the server running here and then do my .NET watch run again. Get the server running. And then over here on this side, I'll do the same thing. I'll stop that from running. We've cleared our browser. And now if I say npm run dev, we better see some dang data. That's all I have to say. So we open that up, open this window. And now we get our data, but we're getting our data using HTTP instead of HTTPS. So this is all about trying to keep you secure. If the web had, if we'd known everything we know now, then we would have built the web different back then. But as we, evolve and we get more and more secure, then we want to make sure that sensitive information is being protected. And so it's detecting and saying, hey, you were using HTTPS before. We don't want to have you get fooled in some way and send data you don't want to, thinking it's HTTPS. So anyway, that's how we can fix that. If it's not working, run those dev certs commands to clean and trust .NET again. And what you're saying is I trust myself that I'm not going to do any damage to my own computer. But for us, we prefer to use, if possible, HTTP. All right, so I'll change that back, come into my browser, my back end, and I'll put back in the HTTPS redirection and save that. And then what I missed over here was on the category filter. I'll change that back to HTTPS as well. And now we're up and running. So, I guess we should check and make sure we're up and running. And we are. So everything is looking good. Life is good again. And if we go to these paths, then we should see that data at HTTPS. Okay, perfect. So that's fixing that HTTPS issue. Again, we're going to try and use HTTPS where we can, where possible, as much as possible. And then if we have issues, we can revert. In our programming, what we're doing here, we can revert to HTTP. Obviously, in a real product that needs to be secure, you wouldn't do that. But I'm just trying to help you if you're getting errors. Okay, well, this we're doing okay. But the project type sure doesn't look good. And it's not laid out to the left like I wanted it. And so what we're going to do next is hit up some Bootstrap to get us to where this is looking a little bit better. We'll do that in the next video. Spencer out.